Welcome back to my channel. How are we all doing? How are you, my darlings? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Abigail B. I'm an interior stylist, and on this channel I teach you how to really elevate and optimize your space to make its full potential. I teach you how to make things aesthetically pleasing, and sometimes I go beyond that into lifestyle content as well. So if you're for that, you're going to love this channel. So please do not forget to subscribe, and please follow me on Instagram because I do more updated content on there. And yeah, we are here to learn, we're here to have fun, and most of all, I hope I make a difference in your home. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about common design mistakes that we often make, sometimes without realizing, but this is why I'm here. I'm here to tell you what's wrong and what's right, according to the interior design world, obviously. However, you do have to try and do things that you feel comfortable with and that's authentic to you. So I just want to stress that point. Now, if you do want to really elevate your space and make it look luxurious, make it look high-end, there's a few things that you may be doing that you need to stop. Now, look at this render. When you look at this render, you're probably thinking, there's nothing wrong with it. Quite a nice home, looks a bit like mine or someone that I know. Yeah. But look carefully. I want you to see if you can identify 5 things that are wrong here, because I'm going to point them out to you and I'm going to make those changes, and then you're going to see the difference at the end. So very exciting. Now, you're looking closely. You've got pen and paper, maybe you can jot it down or maybe on your phone. Okay, let's go on to design mistake number 1. Look at the curtains here. Now, if you want your space to look quite elevated, if you want your space to look bigger than what it is, then make sure that you're considering the size of your window frame. If you do have a small window frame, then it's better to get curtains or a rail that's longer than your window frame. And take your curtain rails higher. So obviously you don't want it to touch the ceiling, but take it up as high as you can. Probably about 5 to 10 centimeters from the ceiling, and then get curtains that are long and touching the floor. We use the method in interior design world as kissing the floor. So you can either have it kissing the floor or you can have it draped on the floor as well. And that really does elevate, it elongates the wall, makes it more wider, it makes the space look bigger and much more luxurious, lets more light in as well. Can you see the difference already in just doing that? The design mistake number 2 here is, this one may be a bit controversial because a lot of people do it. I have done it in the past as well. And if you don't have an adequate enough space to not be able to do this, then you have no choice. And that's fair enough. But sometimes you do have the right space, but you just don't know how to execute it properly. And maybe this example may be useful to you. Now, the next one is not having your sofa so close to the wall. Can you see here? Now, what's wrong with this? Why? In design principle, the reason why we don't do that is that it allows the space to feel quite enclosed. If you have all your furniture pieces kind of attached to the wall, it gives a sense of dead space in the middle and it's not used adequately enough. So it's about spacing your furniture in the correct way to give the illusion of space, intimacy and luxury. That's one reason why. There's so many different reasons why we don't have it so close to the wall, but that is one reason why as well. It does for some reason make your space look smaller than what it is if we do that. And I know you might be thinking logically, if you are bringing it in, then you're enclosing it. However, given this, allowing there to be space behind kind of gives the illusion to our eye that there's space flowing, and it just looks so much better. So I hope those examples make sense, and I hope you can see the difference in doing that. The 3rd mistake here, I don't know if you can see, let me show you the picture again just to get your memory there. Probably thinking, okay, can you see another mistake there? Is the rug. Yes. Now, we often make this mistake by just getting a rug just to fit our area and the space that we can visually see, because we feel like that's all we need it to be in. However, it makes the space look smaller than where it is, and I will be having a video talking about how to really make your space look bigger, because especially us in the UK, we don't all have massive homes because we don't have enough space. So it's about using the space we have in the best way possible to optimize it, as I keep saying. So having a small rug gives the illusion again that your space is small. It really does enclose it, and it doesn't give that luxury looks, because smaller scale items gives the sense of just things looking a bit more devalued. I don't want to use the word cheaper, but yeah, it gives that kind of sense. So use your space wisely by having a larger rug that fills the space. It needs, if possible, the legs of your sofa needs to come onto the rug, and if possible, if the rug can go behind or even halfway of the sofa. And I will insert some pictures to give you a clear indication and understanding of what I'm trying to convey here. So having that really does look so much better than having a smaller rug. Can you see the difference? Yeah, so we're changing it up now, and this is so much better again, and you can really see how automatically it's elevated the space. Now, the fourth mistake here, I don't know if you have been able to notice this by now, is the focal point. Now, the focal point in this room, as you can see here, are the prints. Now, there's nothing wrong with the prints per se, and I know I have spoken about in previous videos about moving on from prints. I even have one behind me, but I love this print. It's like, it has like a Parisian kind of theme to it, and it just reminds me of that vibe, which I love seeing in my home. But it's fine if you have a print, but consider the print size and the space of the wall that you're trying to use here. Now, they've put two together, which commonly does happen, and it's fine doing that, but let's switch it up and see. If we really want to elevate the space and make it look more high-end and luxurious, then I would personally suggest going for more of an original art, or art that has texture, dynamic and character to it, because it just gives that kind of original piece. It looks like you've kind of sourced it or commissioned it from like a well-known artist, rather than having a print that's just been blown up. So see the difference here. Can you see we're just by using this kind of textural piece, it just elevates the space a bit better. As I said, there's nothing wrong with the previous one, but we're just trying to bring it up a notch. It looks much more aesthetically pleasing, doesn't it? Much more. And we can use some wall sconces or like a picture light as well, just to give that kind of art gallery kind of opulent feel to it as well. I love that, I really do. So yeah, can you see the difference there? Now, the fifth point, this is not a mistake that's in the room, but this is something that if you add to the room really does elevate the space. Again, it brings life, it brings dynamic, and I will talk about in other videos as well, but also considering variations of height of pieces in your room really does bring that character. It doesn't allow the room to look quite flat or monotone. It gives visual interest as you walk into the room, and this particular piece, which I'm going to tell you what it is, allows you to do that, and that is plants. Yeah, so plants are a good focal feature to have in a room, a statement piece that you can have. If you are going for like a minimal piece, you don't want too much ornamental pieces in your room as feature points. Having a plant just brings life to the room. It just brings that dynamic to the space. And I would say go large with it. When I'm saying bring a plant, I don't mean bring a little potted plant in the corner. It's not going to do it. Go large. Start off with about 4 foot, and if you have a really nice plant pot, you can put some items inside it just to elevate it and make it look taller than it is, because they can be quite expensive, especially if they are false. Real ones are a little bit more cheaper than false ones, but obviously that's obvious because the false ones last longer. But try and get one that is quite tall, fills the space of the room as well. Obviously not overpowering it if you do have a small space, but again, can you see the difference here, what that does there? And talking about large items, which I didn't say in terms of the print, is go large. I'm telling you, just go large, because in anything that you do, you might be thinking, especially if you do have a small space, like, oh, I don't want to bring anything overpowered in a space. But visually to the eye, if you have something large in the room, it just gives that kind of illusion to your brain and to the sense of eye that, oh, there's space in here because we've allowed this in there. But there's a way of doing it as well, because it can be overpowered, but I will teach you that in future videos, so don't worry. But yeah, with a plant, go tall and go large, and you cannot go wrong. Now, can you see the difference already this room has? I absolutely love how it's evolved, how it's changed, how dynamic and kind of characteristic it looks. It's much more aesthetically pleasing, it looks more opulent, it looks more high-end, and this is what we want to do. Simply by avoiding these common mistakes, we can really elevate our space, and this is what I keep teaching you on my channel. So if you love this video and you want some more of this, some more tips and tricks, some more nuggets of wisdom in terms of interior designing, please come back for more videos. I also offer one-to-one support in my interior design packages, so drop me an email if you want to make an inquiry and I'll send you my packages with my e-designs as well. So yeah, absolutely here for this, and please subscribe. Please do not forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Okay, bye.